welcome back to the Mighty Blues. We are live, as you can tell. We're live from the car. It is absolutely roasting. I did not expect to be making this video. I did not expect to be doing this live stream, but we have just had the breaking news that Everton have confirmed that board of directors, the changes to the board of directors. Sorry, I'm literally a bit speechless, to be honest with you, about this news, because I just did not expect it. Let me see if I can... Oh, no, that's flipped the camera the complete wrong way. Ignore that. Anyway, Everton have today confirmed that its Chief Executive Officer, Denise Barrett-Baxendale, Chief Finance and Strategy Officer, Grant Ingles, and Non-Executive Director, Graham Sharp, have left their roles. The club have also confirmed that a statement will be made about interim appointments in the next 48 hours, as well as a statement on the chairman. Chairman Bill Kenwright says, "This has been a great board who have worked tirelessly for the club, no matter what the circumstances. My relationship with Denise has been known as one of the closest in football." I said on the video before that, you know, these people are here because they're friends and they've got a good relationship with each other, and not actually because they're any good at running a football club. I thank her for her many achievements, of which I don't know which he is referring to, particularly her magnificent work in respect of our new stadium. There is a full statement which I will read out shortly. However, apparently, according to reports, Bill Kenwright and Farhad Moshiri are in talks surrounding the future of Bill Kenwright. This is what we wanted. This is what we wanted. This is why we marched before every home game in the last 3 months of the season. This is why we stayed behind at the end of the Bournemouth game singing "Sack the Board." This is why there was a stay behind after the Southampton game last season. This is why fans have gone down to the Liver buildings recently. This is why fans have woken up tirelessly, week in, week out, day in, day out, anxious, upset, frustrated, angry, disappointed about the running of this football club. This is what we wanted. We wanted change, and we have got change. And this isn't enough, by the way. I will not settle for Farhad Moshiri coming out in the next 48 hours and saying, "Oh, well, we're going to keep Bill Kenwright on because he's an Evertonian and he knows about the football club, this, that and the other." No, that is not good enough. That is not good enough. He simply has to go as well. The statement reads, we have all been fully committed during our time here and are disappointed to have made the decision to leave Everton. We have worked tirelessly alongside our chairman in what has been a challenging period to deliver some of the most significant projects in Everton's history. Again, me, us. We have not done anything wrong. We're brilliant. You should thank us. You shouldn't be unhappy about us leaving. Blah, de, blah, de, blah. Projects that will safeguard and sustain the commercial future of the club for generations to come. We are proud of the commercial growth projects progressed during our time on the board, including the construction of the club's new waterfront stadium. This construction project, the largest currently on site in the UK, is progressing at pace. Again, no mention of the last 2 seasons and the fact that we've been in relegation battles for the last 2 seasons. No mention of ridiculous transfer policies and gross mismanagement of the recruitment side of the football club. No mention of the fact that we didn't sign a single player in January. No mention of the fact that we kept the manager in charge of the team for far too long. Purely mentioning the new waterfront stadium, the current largest site in the UK. Blah, de, blah, de, blah. The club's partnership portfolio has also increased and diversified, reflected in record commercial partnerships and the expansion of our work internationally. In addition to these commercial achievements, I can't even be bothered to read the rest of that paragraph, because it is basically just, you've made a bad decision, look at how brilliant I am, look at how brilliant we are, They do finish by saying, "It has been an honour and privilege to serve as directors. We would like to thank everybody who has supported us during our time here. We wish the club we have loved to serve every success in the future." Again, a very, as I've just mentioned, a very look at us, we're great, this is a bad decision on your behalf. We do everything we can. We've delivered the stadium. We've delivered the biggest project in the UK. It's all a load of nonsense, isn't it? Let's be honest. It's basically what that is almost a cry to other football clubs as to we're not actually as bad as what people are saying we are, so come and employ us because, we've delivered the biggest project in the UK. I'm not asked about the stadium. I'm not asked about it being the biggest project in the UK. I'm not asked about it being more JCB diggers and more spades at Bramley Moor than there is anywhere else on any other site in the UK. What I'm asked about is the fact that Everton have just been in the second consecutive relegation battle because the people that have left the football club today, Denise Barrett-Baxendale, Graham Sharp, I'm not so sure about Grant Ingles, but he is the financial director and Everton in a financial state. So, he's culpable as well. And more importantly, the chairman and the owner have not been good enough and simply cannot run this football club. Now, has this decision been made because of fan pressure? I hope so. I hope Mr. Mashiri sat down over the last 3 weeks and gone, actually, do you know what? Maybe they've got a point. Maybe these people simply aren't good enough. Because it's written as leave the football club, and it will be portrayed in the media, and it will be portrayed to all of us as, oh, look at how brilliant we are. We've stepped away because we want things to be better and we want Everton to improve. Is it a matter of that, or is it a matter of Mr. Mashiri sitting down and going, listen, these have got a point here. Yous are a bit shit. So walk away and you can make it look like you've walked away, or we'll go the hard route. I don't know. I'm not bothered. I'll be honest. I don't care if they've been sacked. I don't care if they've walked off their own back. I don't care how this has happened. All I care about is we've just had the news that we've all wanted for the last 12, 18 months, 6 years, that some culpable members of this football club, people that have not taken responsibility, and even in their final message, even in their final statement at this football club, these clowns still do not take responsibility. These people still cannot have the bollocks to come out and say, yeah, listen, we're not very good. That was our fault. We hold our hands up about that. We're going to walk away. It's still always, well, we did this, we did that, look at the new stadium, blah, 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 blah. What about the last season, Denise? What about the finances, Grant? What about the fact that we've just been in our second consecutive relegation battle? What about the fact that, we didn't sign anybody in January and we barely survived relegation? What about all of that? Mad Hatter James has donated £2. Thank you very much, my mate. Really appreciate it. He said, thanks the Lord. What about all of that? No. None of that. No mention of that. Just a pure self-indulged statement again from a group of people that are absolutely that self-indulged. And the biggest self-indulged one out of all of them is still here. So yes, I will sleep better tonight. Yes, I am much happier than I was 15 minutes ago after this news. Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. But this cannot change. This cannot stop now. What we must now do is make it be known that the chairman also is not welcome at this football club, and the chairman has to leave. Now, whether the conversation between him and Farhad Bashiri is he becomes a life president and he goes to games and he gets a 3-course meal and he shakes hands with people at the game, as long as he has absolutely zero control of what goes on at this football club. And for people saying he already has zero control, he doesn't. He controls negotiations for players. He controls negotiations for various other things. He has a say on what goes on at the top of the football club. This fella needs as much say in what goes on as Everton as I do. And I've never had a phone call from Farhad Mashiri. I can promise you that. So that is next now. That's next. Get this fella out. We've gotten rid of Denise. We've gotten rid of Grant. We've gotten rid of Graham Sharp. Now it's time for Bill to walk away. And then it's time for Mashiri to sell the football club, because that's the next thing. One thing I do want to say is a massive, massive, massive well done to everybody involved in the All Together Now campaign, everybody involved in organising the marches before the games, everybody involved in getting the banners sorted for during the games, everybody involved in that whole campaign to get these people out of this football club, because I am 150% certain that without that campaign and without those people, this would not have happened today, and we would not have had this news, and we would not be sitting here talking about this change. Without a shadow of a doubt, I am convinced that without those people and without those that the persistence of the fans to make sure that this isn't swept under the carpet and that serious changes made at this football club, we would not have that today. So massive well done, and thank you to all of those people that worked tirelessly for months and months and months to get this message across. This is a start, and it is a big, big, big start, and it is a fantastic, fantastic bit of news. However, this cannot be accepted as, all right, we'll take that. Am I happy? Yes, I am, because as I said, it's a start. But we now need to move on the chairman. We now need to move on the owner. But we have moved on 3 people who very clearly weren't capable of doing the job that they were there for. And the news about Carlo Ancelotti today that we just covered in the video earlier on is a big example of that. I literally sat in that video and said, hang on, the biggest defence that Denise Barrett-Baxendale has had is that she's brilliant at managing the business. Well, employee contract is literally a very basic element of business. I'm no business owner, I'm no CEO of a Premier League football club, but I, in my job, sort employee contracts out and make sure that they are as they should be. And she couldn't even do that. So, great news. As I said, we'll wait and see what happens with the chairman. Hopefully we see a very similar statement on him over the next couple of days. But brilliant news. Let us know your thoughts on it. I'll go live with a proper live stream setup where we can talk and et cetera, tomorrow. But I'm out at the moment and I had to get something out there. So if you've enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, get in. Finally, we've had the change that has been desperately needed. And yeah, I might just crack open a bottle of beer tonight to celebrate that. Big thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.